Jesus, what did you do to him?
Weapon. Jake looked back. No, I'm giving him a chance to fight back. As they prepared to leave, Cole opened a metal locker and retrieved a small black drive. This contains the reversal sequence, he said. If Blaze loses control, inject this into his spinal base. It'll shut down the mutation. And if I don't make it? Jake asked. Then God help all of us. They moved outside. The storm had returned, flashing over the plains. In the distance, lightning illuminated the shapes of enormous serpents moving through the mist, golden bodies twisting like living rivers of metal. Jake climbed into his truck, Blaze following beside him. The tiger's eyes reflected the lightning, glowing like fire caught in amber. Cole watched them from the doorway, rain soaking his lab coat. "Jake!" he shouted over the wind. Jake looked back. "Whatever happens," Cole yelled, "remember he's not a monster. Don't let him become one." Jake nodded. "He's not. He's family." The truck roared to life, tires spraying mud. Blaze leapt into the darkness ahead, running faster than any living creature should. Cole stood there, watching until the headlights vanished. His reflection in the glass window looked like a ghost. He whispered to himself, "We created monsters to fight monsters and prayed that one of them remembers what it means to be human." Lightning struck in the distance, illuminating Blaze sprinting across the horizon, a burning streak of orange fire under the storm. The final shot faded out with thunder rumbling like a drum of war. The battle for Earth had just found its last hope. The storm had moved inland, swallowing the horizon in darkness. Rain slammed against the cracked asphalt of the abandoned oil field, turning the earth into rivers of mud. Each flash of lightning revealed more horror. Massive golden coils sliding through the fields like living pipelines, their scales glinting in the stormlight. Jake's truck skidded to a stop beside a collapsed oil rig. The engine sputtered, steam rising from the hood. Blaze leapt from the back, landing in the mud with a ground-shaking thud. His eyes burned a molten gold, matching the lightning flashing across the sky. Jake stepped out, gripping his rifle though he knew it was useless. He whispered under his breath, "All right, big guy, let's show them who owns this land." Over the radio, DR. Cole's voice cracked through static. "Jake, I'm tracking multiple targets, at least 50 closing in from the east. Blaze's vitals are stable, but his neural patterns are spiking. Be careful. He's running on instinct now." Jake's jaw tightened. "Copy that." The wind howled. A low vibration rippled through the ground, then the earth exploded. Serpents burst from the soil, dozens of them, each as thick as a subway car, hissing with mechanical growls. Their eyes glowed amber, synchronized, hunting as one mind. Blaze roared, a sound so deep it rattled the metal towers around them. He lunged forward, claws cutting through steel and flesh alike. The first serpent struck, fangs like daggers. Blaze dodged, slashing downward, slicing the creature clean in half. Green-black blood sprayed, sizzling as it hit the rain-soaked ground. Lightning illuminated the battlefield, tiger against serpents, nature against abomination. Jake ducked behind a wrecked truck, watching the chaos unfold. He whispered to himself, "Come on, Blaze, stay with me." But the serpents were endless. They came in waves, coiling and striking with inhuman precision. Blaze fought like a force of nature, leaping, biting, crushing skulls beneath his massive paws. Yet for every serpent he killed, 3 more emerged from the shadows. One wrapped around his hind leg, tightening. Another lunged for his throat. Blaze roared,
"It's okay, old friend.
twisting his body,
We made it
muscles
through this one
bulging,
too."
ripping the snakes apart with sheer power. But blood streamed from gashes across his shoulders. His breathing grew heavy, deeper, angrier. Cole's voice came through again, panic rising. "Jake!" His adrenaline levels are off the charts. He's losing control. "We don't have a choice," Jake shouted, rain pouring down his face. "If he stops now, we're dead." Then the ground
We finally
trembled
have our
again,
peace,
harder
old
this
friend.
time. The rain seemed to
You're
pause
safe
midair. Out of the smoke and lightning came something colossal. The Serpent King, over 300 feet long. Its scales shimmered like liquid metal, and its eyes glowed a terrifying crimson.
Get out of there!
It lifted its head into the storm,
They're converging on your
roaring
location.
a sound that wasn't a hiss but a scream. The other serpents scattered, bowing their heads.
Another miracle,
Blaze froze,
because we're running
staring
out of
up at the
time.
monster towering above him. His growl turned to a rumble deep in his chest, part fear, part fury. Jake whispered, "Oh God!" The Serpent King struck first faster than lightning. Its body slammed Blaze into the side of a steel tower, crushing it instantly. The sound echoed like a bomb. Blaze roared in pain, claws scraping metal as he tried to stand. He lunged forward, biting the serpent's neck, teeth sinking deep. The king shrieked, coiling tighter, its tail wrapping around Blaze's torso, ribs cracking under the pressure. Jake screamed, "Blaze!" Cole's voice came through again. "His vitals are dropping, we're losing him." The serpent dragged Blaze across the ground, smashing him through wreckage, oil tanks exploding in his wake. Fire mixed with rain orange and blue flames lighting the battlefield. Blaze's body went limp for a moment. The Serpent King lifted him high,
You've got to do
preparing
something.
to crush him completely. Then, from deep inside, something snapped. Blaze's eyes flared bright blue. His roar split the storm in half. His claws ignited glowing lines of molten orange tracing across his body like cracks of light.
Something.
He dug his claws into the serpent's coils, muscles straining, and with one violent twist, he broke free.
Jake.
He landed on all
God
fours,
again.
panting, soaked in rain and blood. The serpent lunged again. Blaze met it head-on, leaping onto its head. He slashed across its eyes, tearing flesh and bone. The serpent
I'm
screamed,
asking you to save what's
thrashing
left of this
wildly.
world.
Jake stood frozen, eyes wide, watching in awe as his companion, his family, fought like a god of fire and fury. But even gods bleed. The Serpent King's tail whipped forward, catching Blaze off guard. It slammed into his side,
This isn't a battle
throwing him
anymore,
across
it's
the battlefield.
evolution.
He hit the ground hard, rolling through mud and debris. His breath came in ragged gasps. Jake ran toward him, ignoring Cole's shouts through the radio. "Blaze, get up, please." The serpent advanced, its shadow swallowing them both. Jake grabbed his flare gun again, firing into its open mouth. The serpent reared back, blinded temporarily. Jake threw himself over Blaze, ready to die beside him. Then, a roar weaker, but still defiant. Blaze pushed up, shielding Jake with his body. The Serpent King struck, biting down on Blaze's shoulder. Blood poured freely, but Blaze didn't retreat. With his last ounce of strength, he drove his claws into the serpent's skull, one final, furious strike. Both collapsed. The serpent's head hit the ground with a thunderous crash. Rain fell hard.